Yes, indeed. We got to talk about it. This whole Mr. Tendernism video, this whole fiasco is, I can sum it up in 2 words: corporate greed. Corporate greed. And the reason why I call it corporate greed is because, first of all, the reason why the Destination Smokehouse got so popular wasn't because of you having great food. The reason why the Destination Smokehouse got popular was because of Unc being on all those TikTok videos and doing his thing on all these TikTok videos. And you're calling him a brand ambassador and all this other stuff. People thought Unc was a partial owner in this restaurant. That's the reason why this Destination Smokehouse got popular. Now, it got exposed by Keith Lee wanting to leave a $4,000 to $5,000 tip for Unc. And the owner, who is a white man, didn't like that. So now everybody's talking about on the internet. I'm going to give you my whole perspective on this whole situation. But first of all, let's get to the video where the owner and Unc, and there's another guy sitting in the background like he about to say, Unc, don't say nothing wrong. Let's get to that video because this video right here is honestly really disturbing, man. Let's get to it.
That happened after the fact with other people that he talked to that opened our eyes up to why he probably felt the way that he did. Even the way that he approached it, he didn't ask for anybody else. There's a lot of people visible on social media. To offer a tip to a business owner was crazy. That was the other thing too, is like he really thinks Walt is like this helpless guy who needs his help. How are you going to tip a business owner? Tip the whole staff.
I want to give this to Walter.
Okay.
He specifically said his name to ask me a couple of questions. To ask him a couple of questions, I meant to say. That's how he presented it. He didn't say, hey, I want to give y'all this, and in the meantime, can I talk to Walter and Nick or whatever? He literally asked for him only and said he want to give him that amount of money.
Even Reynaldo or Butcher Bill or someone that's visible, Walter French, anybody else, it would have felt like it was coming from a place that we would have accepted, but we're blessed that we have this following. Yeah, you want me to cut it short? Sorry, brother.
Hey, look here. I'd like you to some kind of way get in touch with him if possibility. Tell him when he come back. And hey, look, I'm willing to meet him. I mean, he can call me on phone number, call Nick.
And you see, when you look at this video, you can tell that Unc ain't comfortable. You can tell at the end of the day, Unc ain't comfortable. The reason why Keith Lee wanted to leave that tip was not because of y'all in the restaurant. He wanted to leave the tip to Unc because Unc was the reason why he came to the restaurant. That's the reason why Keith Lee wanted to leave that tip. And now, since Unc has gotten popular and everybody's been coming to the restaurant because of Unc, the owner wants to be all in the videos now. You want to be all in the videos. Mr. Tendernism is something that I guess Unc came up with, and now the owner wants to go ahead and trademark it and everything. But all you did with this whole fiasco is make the situation worse with that video. You made this situation worse with this video. I got another video of a TikToker. She basically breaks it down, and she's going to give her perspective on this whole situation. Let's get to it.
People are reacting to isn't just one bad moment. It's the pattern that's starting to show. Because once you strip everything down, this restaurant didn't go viral because of branding, strategy, or ownership. It went viral because of Unc, his presence.
It did.
His vibe. His face attached to those videos of tender meat falling off the bone, that's what pulled people in. And that's why it hits different when you realize the word tenderness is trademarked not by Unc, but by the owner. It makes it very clear who controls the profits versus who generates the attention. People didn't line up to meet the owner. They didn't come for corporate explanations or business plans. They came to see Unc. Keith Lee came to see Unc. And when a $4,000 tip gets blocked because Unc is supposedly too busy, that raises questions. Real ones. Then the owner speaks. And instead of calming the situation, it adds fuel to the fire. Saying he would have asked Unc to stop what he was doing if he knew Keith Lee was there doesn't land the way he thinks it does. It reinforces the idea that Unc's time and presence are being managed for someone else's benefit. Now suddenly the owner is front and center in the videos, almost like trying to reclaim the spotlight. But the internet already clocked where the magic was coming from. That's why people are upset. Not because a business owner exists, but because it looks like an older black man's authenticity was used to build a brand without clear respect, control, or protection in return. And once people see that, it's hard to unsee it.
Yeah, it's definitely hard to see it because everybody is coming because they thought Unc was the one that made the tendernism. He was the one that was the inventor of all that. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why people came to the restaurant. People wanted to meet Unc. People would drive miles for Unc. Now, the food was great, then cool, but everybody wanted to see Unc because Unc was the one that made everybody just say, hey, I'm going to go see this restaurant. But if you think about it, you have these white business owners who've been doing this to older black people for years. Paula Deen. Everybody knows Paula Deen got her recipes from an older black woman. Said, I'm going to go ahead, once we get on, I'm going to go ahead and throw you something or whatever. And the lady gave her all the recipes. And at the end of the day, the lady ain't get nothing. You see this all the time with these corporations. And the sad thing is, people my age would have saw this coming a mile away, or people that were younger than me would see this coming a mile away. But people Unc's age who are a little older, they don't see nothing wrong with it. They don't see nothing wrong with it. It's exploitation. We know it's exploitation, but Unc probably didn't think of it as exploitation. But that owner knew it was exploitation because that's the reason why he did it. And this is when people need to step up for guys like Unc and say, hey, Unc, this ain't right. So this guy goes ahead, try to get tendernism copyrighted or get a trademark for it. And a lawyer said, no, you can't do that. A black lawyer stepped up and said, no, you can't do that. He's trying to get it copyrighted in one name and get it copyrighted in another name because he see that, oh, the word tendernism, that was getting a lot of buzz and all that. And then you see the owner in all the videos. People don't want to see you in the videos. The reason why people came to that restaurant was because of Unc. And Keith Lee came to the restaurant because of Unc. He saw the videos on TikTok. He saw that the videos were going viral. And Keith Lee decided, you know what? I'm going to go visit this restaurant and give this restaurant some buzz. Keith Lee is a big influencer on TikTok. He made his name on TikTok. He gave you an opportunity. You fumbled it. The owner fumbled it. Instead of sitting in the background, collecting the money, and letting Unc be the face of the franchise, you decided, oh, I don't want this old black man to be the face of the franchise. I got to be the face of the franchise. But at the end of the day, it's like at the end of the day, you got these owners of these football teams and these basketball teams. They want to be front and center. They want to be like he want to be like Jerry Jones. I want to be front and center knowing that the people that are the faces of my franchise are the players. Unc is the face of the franchise. People came to see Unc. But I got another video of a young lady explaining it just as good.
Situation is getting messy, and the real problem is not what people first thought. Everyone was shocked that Unc isn't even the restaurant owner, but that's honestly just the surface.
Y'all, what?
Tendernism. So now we're watching an older black man being turned into the face of a brand that doesn't actually belong to him, fronting a restaurant owned by a white man, and that already sits wrong with a lot of people. Because let's be honest, nobody was lining up for the owner. Those viral videos of the meat falling off the bone, the hype, the crowds, the social media explosion, that was Unc. People came to see him. Keith Lee came because of him. The internet buzz, the long lines, the sudden fame of the restaurant that was built on Unc's presence, not the business name on the building. Then came the Keith Lee visit, and that's when everything really cracked. Keith tried to leave a $4,000 tip for Unc, and security stepped in and blocked it, saying Unc was too busy. That alone already felt strange, but what pushed people over the edge was the owner's reaction afterward. He said if he had known Keith was there, he would have told Unc to pause what he was doing so they could come over. The way he spoke, the way he positioned himself, and Unc's energy beside him, the whole thing felt uncomfortable to watch. And after that moment, people started noticing something else. Suddenly, the owner is in his video, always in the frame, always inserting himself into the spotlight that originally belonged to Unc, and the audience isn't buying it. Now the restaurant is facing backlash, with people accusing the owner of exploiting Unc, underpaying him, and benefiting from a popularity that Unc created. So now the internet is asking one big question. Is this just a viral food success story, or is this another case of someone turning a person into a brand and not giving them fair credit for what they built?
I got to go with B. This person saw that Unc was a viral sensation on TikTok and said, I'm gonna go ahead and exploit this individual. He's exploiting them. And everybody sees it. I mean, I don't care if you're black, white, Latino, anybody and everybody can see that this white business owner is exploiting this older black man. He's exploiting this black man and ain't giving Unc no credit. He probably was paying Unc pennies. You know how much $5,000? You know, if you would have let Keith Lee give Unc $5,000, Slim, this restaurant would have got more and more popular. But because you saying Unc was busy, he was doing a podcast, he was doing all this, he was busy, and if you'd have known it was Keith Lee, you would have had Unc come. That shows that shows, number one, that Unc wasn't even in control. It shows that this white business owner is in total control. He knows Unc is an older black man, and he doesn't really know. So I'm gonna go and control the whole situation. Oh, he supposed to tip the whole restaurant. You can't tell a grown black man what to do with his money. If Keith Lee wanted to give $5,000 to Unc, why should let him give him $5,000 to Unc? And if Unc wanted to say, you know what, I'm gonna split it with everybody in the restaurant, then Unc could have did that. But instead, you want to go ahead and put yourself in the middle of the videos and do all this fake dancing crap. Man, people don't want to see you. People want to see Unc. And I hope to God that everybody boycotts this restaurant because we see what's going on. They probably got great food. They probably got great service. But at the end of the day, you know what you did? You destroyed your business. Because people are not going to start. People are going to start not coming to the business. Because you did this to Unc. And I heard there's rumors out here that he got rid of Unc because Unc got too popular. But hey, let me know what you think in the comments. It's your boy Jay here with another one. Make sure to like button. Make sure to subscribe button. Let me know what you think about this whole situation. Until next time, folks, I'm out.